What did you like about the way you guys played today?
I think we started slow, but in the second half, I thought we found our poise. First half, we also just weren't making shots, open shots. But throughout the game, I thought we were just creating good looks on offense. And at the end, you see that we start making those, and that kind of changes the game.
When you miss 17 of your first 23s as a team,
Yeah.
do you need to change the way you play, or is it hard to not change the way you play?
I think it's pretty hard to change the way you play at that moment, right? Like if you're creating good looks, then that's kind of the difference between good teams and bad teams. Like, can you create as many good open looks as possible? And I do think we generated a lot of those. And in the second half, I thought a few more fell than in the first.
You're shooting pretty consistently or well, you're closely working. Did you feel like you could come in just from shooting perspective in the NBA at the ball you're shooting and shooting percent?
I had never shot at this volume. At Boston College, I was way more like a usage player where I was like in the action, facilitating, scoring inside. So I didn't really know that this was going to be my role, like 7 foot spot up shooter, something like that, But yeah, I noticed like this is just where right now I'm having a lot of success. Like I said earlier, like I feel like I'm doing the team a disservice when I'm not being aggressive with my shot. So I knew that I was a good shooter, but I didn't know that this was going to be my role.
From like, are you comfortable at all with the volume, or the some guys who had that pass what do it?
I think this is kind of where the G League came in. Like I've had some struggles like early on in the season in G League shooting the ball where I'm telling the coach like, yo, like I'm not used to shooting 9 threes, 10 threes, 8 threes. And then they've just told me like, yeah, like this is just, what like it's kind of what makes you you. Like it's kind of my niche. So just keep doing it. I've never heard from anybody, don't take that shot. And now it's paying off up here.
3 point line at all? I mean, how much?
I mean, that goes all the way back to probably April before the draft, when I left school early, started to work out with my agency. And then the first, few weeks, you do have that adjustment where it feels like is a little farther. But I mean, the amount of reps that we put in, like at some point, it's right now, it just feels normal.
How do you feel like you could play?
I thought we had good stretches. Lose a couple games in a row is never going to just be pretty. I thought we stuck with it, got off to a slow start. Then once we found our footing, kind of started finding a rhythm in that second half, it really, started to feel like us. Not great. Can get a lot better, but I led the way the second half. I led the way we closed again.
How much of you guys kind of offsets of struggle now, but it's just collectively you guys and try to shoot it. There's what doing.
Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. Shot 23% from three, 41 from the field. Helps to make shots. But we won by 16 shooting those numbers. So I like where our defense was. And, we did a pretty good job defending. Holding them to 95 points is huge. But yeah, we got to make shots. So we have it as of late. But I'd rather have it now. It's a good time for it to happen than in a few weeks.
Just to follow up on that, how do you think how do you feel about the shots you guys are creating, just the quality of them?
I think we're getting great looks. We I think we missed what 20-some threes in the first half. 26, I think. So we missed 22. I think 19 of them was great looks. We just missed them. So I like the shots that we're creating. Um, I think the ball can hop a little bit more. It's sticking a little bit at times, but I think we're creating good looks. We just got to knock them down. I have no doubt that we will.
What do you think about the way Kuninga is playing and the way you guys have kind of the way you're acclimating it back into it?
I think, he's had a couple good games. He's had a couple games where it was tough for him, but overall, I think we just need him to continue to find that rhythm, continue to get downhill, put pressure on the rim, and be great on the defensive end.
Steve mentioned this was kind of like trying to your rhythm type, and he thinks it's putting you off right path or something. How far are you? I think that's really
I think we're still figuring out the rhythm of it, but overall, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Like I said, if we can continue to create the shots that we're creating, I know the shots will go in. So I think on that end it's good. And then defensively, I think our defense has been good all year. Even when we struggled at times, I think our defense for the most part has been really good. So I like where we are defensively. We're continuing to hone things and figure that side of the ball out, but I like it.
is there anything to the slow starts?
I don't know. We definitely need to start better though. It's kind of becoming a thing, so we need to fix that.
Quentin was just in here talking about how, in Boston College, he would be shoot the center balling, shoot. This kind of is going to be his niche in the long and stretch center. The fact that, he's getting out, it was 3 and 9 tonight. We're getting out 9, ourselves. It's just how big is it?
It's huge. And also, he's a great shooter. And 3 and 9, 2 of them he might have quick triggered it, but he has a quick trigger. So nobody's ever complaining about his quick trigger. I thought he got great looks. A couple of them didn't go in. I think he's been playing more than he's ever played. And so you have to take some of that into account. Just, just kind of recover from a recovery standpoint, making sure his legs are underneath him. He's figuring a lot out. It's a lot that come at you. Get the opportunity to play as many minutes as he is as a rookie. But I'll be screening for him off the ball like I'm screening for Steph because he shoots the lights out the ball. And I think everybody's looking for him to shoot the ball. So he just got to keep taking them. When he's open, let it fly. If he's halfway open, let it fly.
Of course. Have a difference isn't between, a stretch big who can hit a degree and a stretch big that's taking play.
Yeah, big difference. Guy can hit the 3, like, he can hit him. Probably take 1 or 2, but we ain't overreacting to that. You take 9 and you shoot the ball the way he shoot, they reacting to it, and so he'll continue to figure it out, continue to figure out when to take the shot, when to put the ball on the floor. He's he can make the next play. So he has he's built a lot of trust here fast. It's really good.